Featuring two franchises, all kinds of history in this. They got a slim backcourt again here today. Azariah Stevens jumping it up against Atlanta Smith, and the tip goes to Los Angeles Sparks. They're coming off that win against the Aces, a big one, 97 points. They put up all kinds of season highs in that game on Wednesday. They come in with a 4-7 overall record. Minnesota 9-1, and Rickea Jackson hits her first shot.
I know, it's interesting, and it's a good sign. Listen, you are no longer going to be a secret to people. You're not a rookie anymore.
And the answer from Courtney Williams. Had a big first quarter against the Aces, 4 3-pointers. She had 14 points in that win just a couple days ago, and she's hit her first shot here so far. Kelsey Plum, they work it around, good ball movement, looking for De'Erica Hamby. It's off her hands last. It'll be in particular in the backcourt. She said, you know, I didn't have to deal with these kind of things in college.
She loves it now because it's just basketball. She feels like it's just been a real pleasure to be able to just coach the players. She's not recruiting 13 months out of the year.
Now Smith coming over and getting a piece of that Jackson shot. And so 12 seconds here on the shot clock. Here's Kelsey Plum looking to go to work baseline. Finding Stevens, who's shooting and making more three-pointers here this year. The tip is good for Hamby. Hamby had a career-high year last year. She's putting up career-high numbers again this season. Here's Collier, just short on that three-point attempt. She is shooting 50% from the field, above 40% from three, and 90% from the free throw line, all coming into today. Jackson once again, that time it's short. McBride pushes it over to Carlton. And Collier driving and sneaks in and around and underneath the Hamby contest.
Collier's so giving her, and that's what's made her so tough to defend. She can really take you off the bounce.
Here's Barker driving and draws the foul. It's the first personal foul against Kayla McBride.
Her this season, and she is taking that very well. And she told us before the game she's very goal-oriented, and she's got goals, personal and as a team.
Yeah, she does, certainly. Sarah Ashley Barker is the one at the free throw line. She had previously 5 straight starts because of injuries. No Odyssey Sims we've talked about, but the Sparks have been without Ray Burrell, out for international and obligations in the Eurobasket tournament. There's Williams, she's got 5 cool points to open up with. And of course, Cameron Brink not playing, right? The 4 key players not available for the Sparks here today.
Which means the Sparks are going to need a lot out of Kelsey Plum. They're going to need a lot out of Sarah Ashley Barker, who's just a rookie. She's getting some time here, though.
Plum trying to navigate her way inside the lane. And Carlton comes down with it. Collier with the quick push and the outlet pass to McBride. She's got a quick shot.
Remember, too, this Lynx team's going to want to play with pace. That's what they've been doing throughout the season. They're going to look to push.
Stevens takes a bump. And driving, it's Barker, who lays it off for Hamby. And partially blocked by Carlton.
A good defensive play. I mean, just in a good place.
Williams to Collier, and a couple of buckets now for the league's leading scorer.
Defense from Minnesota leading to that possession on the other end. That's where it all starts for them.
This is also a Commissioner's Cup matchup here between these two teams. Each team from the conference with the top record will play in the Commissioner's Cup Championship coming up in a few weeks. Jackson with 11 seconds here to work with. Off the glass for 2, and she starts out with 5 points.
Very confident move to the rim from Jackson. You could tell that she's still feeling that off of her last game.
Oh, good back cut by McBride, who lays it high off the glass for her first points.
That's that chemistry that Cheryl Reed talks about with this group.
Collier gets a piece, but Hamby chases it down. We played almost halfway through here this first quarter. Jackson trying to lay it off to a cutting Kelsey Plum, but yet it's another turnover. So the Commissioner Cup's with a stranglehold on a 3-0 record in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they need a win to remain in contention.
Williams with another 3. Filling it up from distance with 8 points. Williams getting a piece, though will stay Sparks back. The in-season tournament, the best in the East plays the best in the West. King gets wrapped up. And another turnover force. Make it 3 turnovers here for the Sparks to open up.
And Brandon mentioned this in his opening statement about Minnesota coming in. It's their last game they did not defend the way they typically do. You can tell they're responding on the defensive end here to start.
It's a 10-2 run for the Lynx going into this possession, and Collier gets bumped. It's the first personal by Hamby.
When they highlighted it,
at the college level, the Olympic level, the WNBA level, of course, a 4-time champ. And Smith brings it home from straight away.
So Anna Smith gets on the board.
How about 70% shooting for Minnesota to open up 3 of 5 from three-point territory. Backdoor cut here for Plum, who's going to have to play even more increased minutes than what she's used to. Being short at the guard position. No Odyssey Sims missing her first game of the season for personal reasons. The Sparks staff said they found out about that yesterday. Collier, a win. 3-pointer. Her first of the day.
And everything's rolling here for minutes. We've seen a jump in her offense this year. She's just doing everything she's done well, just a little bit better. And she's on a mission.
Mercedes Russell has popped into this game here for the first time. We got a jump ball here coming up. Rakia Jackson into this game. Now,
the backcourt especially, they're gonna look to be physical.
And you got a player like King, who's a rookie in the backcourt. This is her 8th game that she's played here in her first WNBA season. She will play some increased minutes here today. Collier up against Jackson. Heidemann has entered the game and doesn't waste any time taking her first attempt. Collier pump fake off the glass for 2. It's what Nafisa Collier does.
Those long shots is one to track those down. Just those little things, the extra possessions. That's what she told us before the game she wanted to do better with this year, in this game.
That's also what she does. Blocks the shot of Mercedes Russell, and it'll be Minnesota basketball.
The deflections, they're getting her hands in the mix.
And the Lynx building off an 18-2 run here today. McBride using the Collier screen. Here's Samuelson's first minutes. Collier spins and turns and fires, and she's the first to double figures with 11.
Listen, Jackson is stuck on her. I think that's a mismatch for them. I think Collier is going to continue to demand the basketball.
Plum continues to probe inside the lane. Stevens gets the offensive rebound and draws the foul.
Right over the defense. You got to push Collier out further.
It's the first points, Julianne, for the Sparks since
the 6th night to the Lynx, where they are not allowing them easy looks. Kelsey Plum has not gotten a good look at all. They're pushing her all over the place.
She doesn't have a point yet.
Nothing yet.
0 for 3 from the field for the league's 2nd leading scorer, Kelsey Plum. Heidemann passes up on the 3-point attempt that dishes out to Collier, who knocks it home.
I would say this is quite the response.